Welcome. In this video, I will describe a process that I use to convert an outline into an APA-style paper. I'll walk you through the process of creating the outline in Microsoft Word and then converting each of the items in the outline to appropriate heading styles that meet the requirements of APA style writing. And I'll be using version 7 of the publication manual of the American Psychological Association. Now, what's really helpful about this textbook is right here on the inside of the front cover is a description of the formatting requirements of each of the 5 available heading levels. Now, you might ask yourself, what's a heading? A heading is an indication to the reader of your paper that you're beginning a new section or subsection, or quite honestly, subsection. Yes, there are even subsections, but in most college papers, you'll have main points and subpoints. So you'll have main sections and subsections. Looking here at this document that I'm displaying on the screen, this is a very typical outline for a paper. The main points are identified by numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the subpoints are identified by letters. Yeah, I know, in section 2, I've got a whole lot of subpoints, but when I wrote this paper, I was a little bit on a roll, and you have to excuse me. But while teachers have been telling us since we were children that it's important that we outline before we write any important documents, and this includes email messages and memoranda at work, but particularly when writing an academic paper, we as the writers need to know what we intend to convey to the readers and the order in which we intend to convey the material. The outline allows me to think about the order in which I want to address material. And then, because I need to eventually write an APA-style paper, I'm looking for shortcuts that allow me to use the text I wrote here in my outline without having to retype it in an APA format paper. So I'm going to show you the trick that I follow. I take my outline and then I convert each of the items in the outline into their appropriate APA style formatting. So in other words, I reformat my outline so that I can use it as a template for my document. Now, a first level heading should be centered, bold, and written in title case. So the first thing I'm going to do is turn off the outline numbering, make this bold, and then center it. This is also a main first heading, so I'll do the same thing. Turn off the outline, make it bold, and center it. Now, each of these are subpoints that I wish to come underneath the main section about theoretical perspective alternatives. The formatting of a second level, number 2 level heading in APA style is bold, title case, and aligned on the left margin. So I'll turn off the outline, make this bold, and make sure it's on the left margin by removing the extra spacing that the outline had created. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the next item. This is a main heading, so I want this to be formatted as an APA style first level heading. I turn off the outline, make it bold, and I center it. These are subheadings, so I want them to be second level APA headings. Turn off the outline, make them bold, and reposition them on the left margin. The final comment should be a main heading, a first level heading. I turn off the outline, make it bold, center it, and just make sure my margin is over on the left where it belongs. Now these two items up here, I made a mistake. These have a slightly indented margin, so I'm going to put that back. So now they're really centered between the left and the right margins. If I were to print this and take the piece of paper and fold it in half lengthwise, they would be, I could hold it up to the light and see that it's, the text of both those lines is perfectly balanced around the midpoint of the paper. Now, what I've ended up with is a document that has all the headings that I wish to use in my paper because I took them from my outline. They're written in the proper format, first level headings for my main points, second level headings for my subpoints. And now I'm free to just, in between these, start typing my text. Turn off the bold. And then take this text, and it should be first line indentation. So now, this is the introduction to the paper. The paper is titled Theoretical Perspective of Password Construction. I have the introduction, and now I'm ready to go into my first main point. So I can press enter here and keep typing. I'm going to show you what this looks like in a real paper, because these headings came from a paper I had written many years ago. Here's the title of the paper, the introduction, the first main section, an introduction to that section, the first subpoint, the second subpoint, and at the same time, I'm going to show you the outline. Notice that the theoretical perspective alternatives is a first level heading here. It's still a first level heading here in the outline that I had been modifying. Social informatics theory is a second level heading, just as it is here. And so I've completed a paper in APA style, but without having to worry about the formatting of the headings as I'm typing the document. I first create my outline, convert the outline into APA style headings, and then in between the headings, type the paragraphs that form the real meat and potatoes, the body of my paper. So I hope this technique saves you some time when you are writing in APA style. You could apply this technique to other writing styles also, and I found that it often saves me an hour or more in the formatting of the papers that I write, and in that extra time, I get to watch more YouTube videos. So I wish you good luck, and I hope you have very happy academic writing.